I'm not seeing a ton of accurate answers about the cost of a stamp. 63 cents.
That's, the last time I was paying attention, because who mails anything anymore?
52 was my last.
Oh, I remember seeing it in the 60s,
Mm.
but I figured it was going to be higher than that, and it is.
Texters are saying 78 cents, 77 cents. It is 78 cents. Now, on the one hand, 78 cents for someone to pick up a thing from your house and take it anywhere in America is crazy.
It's a heck of a deal.
On the other hand, like, I'm not sending Christmas cards anymore. Now,
we're old enough where I remember them being in the 25 cents.
That's what I was going to say. I thought they were 25 cents, but I remember 52. All of this to say, the Postal Service is proposing increasing the price of a stamp by 4 cents. 4 cents. The proposed changes would take effect in July. And Dan suggested something before while we were talking about this. And I want your reaction. And I'll tell you my reaction. But Dan, instead of raising 4 cents to 82 cents, what would you do?
Let's make it $1. Let's make it an even dollar. I mean, all we hear, and how many increases have there been over the last 5 years? I mean, it's
constant.
It's less than every 6 months that you're getting. It's just, if the post office is that cash strapped, who's going to really throw a fit if you say a stamp's $1, mailing a letter's $1? Just make it $1. Nice and even. Everybody can calculate it. Nice and easy. That has to solve their money problems, at least temporarily.
So according to Wikipedia, when I was born and when Dan was born,
back in the day,
stamps cost 10 cents. Now, perhaps the reason I remember a quarter, 1988. So 88, that's probably about the time I started paying attention.
Early teens, sure.
Then over recent years, so like what year should I start at? 2020, 55 cents. 2021, 58. 22, 60. Then 63. Then 66. January 2024, they were 68. Then they were 73 the same year. So it's been about 1 year where they went from 73 to 78.
When would
now
you
they're
say
going to 84?
When would you say like the internet and email became ubiquitous? That's the early 2000s somewhere, where everybody had email and everybody was online.
Yeah, but yes, like,
so back up to there and see if there's a spike.
I mean, I moved here in 2003, and pretty much everyone was on email, but you were still mailing stuff. 40, it went to the 40. Never a spike. It's all just a penny here, a penny there.
Well, never a spike, but you can say again over the last 5 years.
Oh yeah.
You said 2020 was 55 cents.
Yeah, they're in
over 20. It's almost a quarter in the last 5 years.
So just double it and call it a day.
That's what I'm saying.
How annoyed would you be if they just went to $1? I think it's. If I had something to mail, I'd mail it.
Some people would light their hair on fire over it, but you get over it in about 5 minutes.
Most of what people are mailing, it has to be like commercial customers, right? And they get like bulk mail rates anyway. If you're like the XL Energy sending out bills, that sort of stuff in the mail. Do you get any bills actually in the mail?
Yes.
We do too.
I pay them online, but I get them in the mail.
I would prefer to just auto pay all of our bills, but I'm married to a financial analyst who likes to audit all of our bills. It's probably smart. Oh, this is pretty good. Texter says $1 is right, but have a discount on Christmas cards every year. I kind of like that.
Be fine with me.
Knock Christmas cards down to 80 or 75.
Yeah.
I like that. Texter says $1 for a stamp. People freak out when they raise the prices for the state fair.
That is true. And then people freak out and then they pay those prices.
No.
So that's what I'm saying. There would be like an outrage of people losing their minds for 5 minutes, and then they'd get over it and pay the prices. It'd be fine.
Now, some of this is probably a bunch of nonsense that you and I don't fully understand.
Well, that's usually the case.
pretty much describes every show on this station. The junk mail, we call it junk mail, but it's probably the main driver of what the Postal Service does. Those guys get like a good rate. And so texters are saying, maybe if you could charge the junk mail, if they could pay full price, that would solve the problem. But it wouldn't solve the problem because maybe they wouldn't send junk mail anymore.
Exactly.
So there is
we
a
put a lot of
delicate,
those businesses out of
there's
business.
a delicate balance, right?
Yeah.
Plus, like, don't you want to get that envelope full of coupons that you're never going to
No.
use?
New.
What about the little the pamphlet with like the roofers and the no?
I
Do
live
you
in a-
go through that stuff? Well,
No.
you live in an
I
apartment.
live in an
What do you
apartment.
care?
Yeah, exactly.
I like to go through it.
That's nice.
I'm just looking. I'm like, I could use
Sure.
I could use an HVAC client.
And part of the reason I don't go through stuff like that is because it works, right? Like you're not inspired to, spend money on any of that stuff but I could save money here. And
Yeah,
look, I could save
true.
a few bucks. So now I'm going to go spend money that I wasn't going to spend anyway,
which
which is why they do it.
I-
And God bless
yeah.
them. I'm not arguing it. I'm just saying.
I think you're right. I think we could go to $1, and I think you could lock it out. You could say like, all right, we're going to raise it for $1, but we're not going to mess with this for 3 years. I think that would make some sense. Jeff in Sauk Rapids, are you going to be mad about raising the stamp to $1?
No,
No.
no. I a long time ago.
I mean, if we've got Jeff, I feel like we've got it.
You've got
did it.
Jeff. You've got America.
That's what everybody says, Jeff.
a long time ago, when they established these crappy little neighborhood mailboxes.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, with the small drawers in them.
Yep.
And the postal carrier invariably got stuff wrong because they give you a PO box or a number, but it doesn't correlate with your address.
Yeah.
My home address is 2001. My corner mailbox number is 7. They have to look at a list, and they screw up.
Yeah.
And then finally, the post office. What we used to do when they put it in the wrong box, post office would just put it in the send, and they would redeliver. Well, they quit the redelivery policy and just returned it to sender. That's when I got a PO box at the post office. And now I greatly enjoy going to the post office twice a week, get my mail all in one bundle. I don't have to screw around with that goofy little box.
Right.
And quite honestly, I don't care what it costs. As far as bills go, yep, I get bills in the mail. I write a check, and I return them in the mail. And I like doing that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do it electronically.
I'm not going to make you.
Yeah.
They try. They send you those. They're sending emails all the time. The little thing in the bill, like, "Hey, you sure?"
All paperless.
Yeah.
I got a letter in the mail from. I think it was from Spectrum, and they had 4 pieces of paper in there, encouraged me to go paperless.
It's because they care. They care about the environment. That's why.
Are you kidding me?
Thank you, Jeff.
Leave it
Have a
free
good.
and quit the bull.
Yes. Have a good weekend. Texter says I put all my retirement into Forever Stamp, so just watch it grow, baby.
There you go. That's smart right there.
Yep. On the black market, you're selling that bad boy for like 81 cents.
Hey, man, you need some Forever stamps.
Yeah, stamps. I was walking in downtown Minneapolis on the way to Target Center down 6th Street, right at 6th and Nicollet.
Mhm.
And there were a bunch of guys standing around. I'm pretty sure they were trying to sell me stamps,
I'm sure.
right?
Ball tickets and stamps. That's
What else? What else could it be?